The commissioning of a bespoke suit is an act of faith. It's quite an extraordinary process, which is not dissimilar to commissioning a portrait.
A fully bespoke suit is made for an individual, and when you've experienced that, I think you understand the difference.
All in, there's about 80 hours plus of handwork goes into each suit.
There's so much detail and time put into it that these things fit you perfectly and should last you for decades.
First and foremost, you've got the consultation with the salesman. Very important because we have over 6,000 cloths here to choose from.
When we measure somebody, we take 30 to 40 measures, as well as noting nuances in their physiques.
I think there's a lot of similarities between sculpture, between architecture. It's all about the relationship between measurement, proportion, and then 2-dimension and 3-dimension.
So once the customer's left, we receive the cloth and the measurements and translate that into a paper pattern. This is essentially our Bible. My favourite part of the process is cutting the actual pattern itself. You can lose yourself in that.
And we chalk around the pattern, then that goes on to then have the trimmings and internal workings put with the cloth before it's taken down to the tailors, where they sew it together by hand.
Once that fitting is done, we will then rip the jacket to pieces.
Completely remarked and given back to the tailor for the next stage fitting.
The fitting after that will have pockets in, facings in, all the linings, and at that stage we're trying it on really for fine-tuning.
And there's usually 2 to 3 fittings at least, but in reality we fit garments until they're ready, and I and the customer are both happy.
I mean, what kind of fashion business can actually claim that people would want to have something that was made 100 years ago? It's all about, creating something and make it beautiful. So in that way, it's quite similar to the commission of a work of art.